This is the Pacific War from GMT Games. It's the second edition of the original Victory Point games. I am playing the full strategic campaign, and this is the situation halfway through the January 1942 scenario. The Japanese have continued to be incredibly lucky with their land campaigns. They've pushed the Allies back in Malaya and are actually right on the outskirts of Singapore itself. The campaign in Burma, they managed to capture Rangoon. They've also, in the Philippines, they've captured Manila. So the thing is, they've been rolling very, very well. They've only really had a couple of bad rolls. They've had far more luck than they deserve. Even so, they've taken a lot of casualties, probably far more casualties than would be realistic, I would say. But several of their divisions are going to be in a right state and going to need completely rebuilding before they can be used to carry on the campaign. The Allies have sort of losing. They've also lost control of quite a few areas on the coast of Borneo, on the west coast of Borneo. The Japanese also managed to capture the strategic co-prosperity hex here using a power drop. Japanese have expanded into the Solomons. They've not really done anything more in the Carolines, the Gilberts, etc. That's going to be the South Seas activation, but it hasn't got a great deal of command points left to activate. The Allies, the Americans are sort of continuing beefing up their perimeter to try and just put a ring around the Japanese possessions in the Western Pacific. They're not really in a position to do very much, the Allies. They still hold Java and most of Sumatra, but that's and Borneo, the Celebes. They lost control of Jolo here, which has given the Japanese a port with an offensive supply base, which is bad news for the Allies. The Allies did get quite a few reinforcements. They got a half decent fleet in Calcutta here. I think it's Calcutta. Yeah, well, if it is, it is. Now, the Americans got a reasonable force up north on Hawaii, but there's no way they've got enough command points to do anything, and they certainly don't want to risk those carriers. The Japanese have been fairly passive. They're concentrating on their attacks into Southeast Asia and to try and get as many resources grabbed and converted over to the Japanese control as they can, while they're still using their strategic reserves. Basically, their strategic reserves will run out on June of 1942, and then Japanese operations are going to be significantly curtailed as a result of that, unless they can get all these co-prosperity resource hexes under control. And that's about it, really. It's going okay. As I said, it's a fiddly game, but I'm gradually getting a grip on how to play this using like sort of marking cubes and sort of thing. So it's sometimes easy to get confused. I often get before now I've got task forces confused, where I've sent the one off one direction, another off the other direction, only to realise that they should have been the other way around. I've actually corrected that. The Japanese did that at one point, because that was never intentional. That was just me being stupid. Another thing, one amazing thing is the American carrier, like carrier Langley, it's still alive in a crippled state. It's managed to get down to this port in Borneo. It sailed basically past Japanese long-range aircraft and naval attack, but well, not naval attack, but these actual twin-engine bombers here. They can do a lot of damage against the ship. So most of the time they weren't even detected, and the couple of times they were detected, the Japanese completely messed up the attack. So that was a miracle. The Allies also managed to save the Prince of Wales, even though it was very badly damaged. It's in, where is it now? I'm not sure, is it still in, oh yeah, it's actually still in this port on Java. So it's quite a formidable unit, but another hit, it'll be crippled again. Because you have got dry docks on Java here in this base, so they can gradually bring that unit back into action, but I wouldn't rate its chances of surviving very long when the Japanese turn their attention on the Dutch East Indies. And that's it.